So I would like to explain, in fact, about some very interesting project what highlights the role of architect not only as designer, but here also concept author, conceiver of a new idea how to bring the life in the building what looks like not to have life anymore and to be abounded for all time in the history. And I think that is the biggest point of any reuse, to say the building is staying, the building is existing, but what comes after? So this building has very strange history, really. It was built 1928 as a part, as a landmark of Cologne Trade Fair. But after that, it was built, left down the new building of Trade Fair and new Opera House. And this old building became to be first empty and then rented out by some offices. But the tower stayed empty and was owned by, acquired by a client of mine. And this client asked himself and me, what can I do with this? As I tell, the tower is 80 meters high and 60 meters is the shaft of spaces, but the spaces are very small. They are like 10 to 10 meters, so every floor we have only like 50 square meters. And on top is quite nice Hermes sculpture, what is speaking about trade fair and symbol of trade fair. But then we see very interesting building, very interesting tower, really like San Gimignano Tower, but this tower could have really very narrow spectrum of functions, because there are some spaces that are only 2.5 meters in the light high and very, very small spaces every floor. It is a steel constructed tower, but with brick outside is a normal brick cladding. But inside we have very, very small spaces. And these spaces are in the different floors. They're used like internal meeting rooms, but after contemporary norms and standards, it's not more clear how to use them. And for the client, it was like a horror to have this tower and don't know what to do with them. And we discussed really deep about what can happen there. There are very, very many very narrow, very low height rooms inside. And the idea was coming, the client has very, very good collection of art and has a foundation for supporting of young artists. And as you know, maybe Cologne is the one of two capitals in Germany for contemporary art. There is Cologne Art Fair, and so is Berlin. Cologne is a capital for artists. And I proposed to him to use all spaces, also this cafe space, this space upstairs with a very handsome platform for overseeing, to use them as a foundation and exhibition space for art, what is also quite difficult. But I think the role of architects is not only design, as I told, but to create know-how. And I have this know-how because I have my own foundation of architectural drawings of art and know how to organize small, really small spaces for displaying of art and for saving of art. And in this case, I made the sketches. The whole project was designed from sketches and created like a sketched idea, drawn idea of this art foundation. So I planned for the ground floor the good entrance hall, and then to remove every second ceiling to make really good heights for the art spaces. And there are four of them upstairs, and then 2 archive spaces, even 3 archive spaces, curating advisory board and cafe with entrance for the visitors. The only new part in this tower, and that is also very important, the reuse, is to bring the life in the old building without to build a lot of them around. And there is only this quite elegant glazing roof where you come in, and then the entrance hall, what has really only 50 square meters, but it's high and good enough to enter the people, and they are coming then in the staircase or, of course, in the elevator. What have already existing spaces on the left side, but these existing spaces would be brought on the higher standard to use them for visitors. And then the proportions of the hall are quite nice, and we can see that we can organize here very nice and very warm atmosphere for the entrance hall with a small library. The people could come in and could use this library, and then go over and come to the exhibition spaces. Of course, the tower has windows, and we have to leave these windows because it's heritage, because it's listed and very nice building. So we make a double skin coverage for the displaying of art with the possibility to open to maintain the windows, to open them and to clean them, but then to close and not to bring the outlight in the space of the art. So on top it is LED light, very, very good for displaying of art as a curtain wall light, and of course all preparation for air conditioning of the space is also there in the ceiling. And the shaft is on the left side between the space and staircase and elevator. And then it goes up to archive spaces, and the archive space is also created for this small space very optimal. There are shelves with drivers for the down level of saving of art, and after that with the slide panels to display art also for curator and for visitors are coming in and can see all what is inside of this depositarium. Also that is like it could be. It is in my foundation, but like it could be, and like a sample how in very small space you can install this all needed elements to save the art. And then upstairs is advisory board as a double-spaced room, and in the upper floor is a small cafe. So together it could be only 100 people because it's very, very small spaces, and from the fire protection, quite important not to have more, with the following of assistance of this foundation. And very upstairs you come in the glazing situation and go with the staircase very upstairs on the deck, on the oversea platform, and for cafe and for the entrances, it's very, very nice space with a great view over Cologne Cathedral and all downtown of Cologne. So you go then after on the top, on the platform, and look around and see whole town, but also come down and up and can stay in this foundation many hours. What is, I think, very, very nice new idea for the art space in this main capital of art in Germany. So you can see how it is positioning in the town. It's really very, very central position on the Rhine, and how it goes over, and you come in, you go closer to the building, come inside in the entrance floor, and coming in the entrance hall. You are very well connected with the embankment of the Rhine, and now you can use the library by very reduced ticket, like €4 for students and €6 for adult people. And then you go in the ground floor, it's still the glazing wall between staircase and entrance, and after that it's closed through the shaft. You come in the exhibition spaces. You can see them if the windows are open or they are closed through the slide doors, and then you come over till the overseeing platform and see how the town looks out from this platform and from the cafe inside of the upper floor. So there are not many places there, but for under 100 people, it's quite handsome place for cafe and for staying there, discussing, for some events for visitors and fans of this foundation. And of course, in the day and the night, to see this handsome, magnificent view over Cologne is a very, very, very nice chance to be here. So the tower becomes a new life through this. Look like simple, but with a lot of know-how, I believe, for make it in this very tiny space. Thank you very much.